Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of the course. So we've already been introduced to some of how this course is going to be formatted and how the lessons are going to run. We've taken a couple of quizzes, we've begun, hopefully, fingers crossed, working on your visual analysis essay. And we posted in the discussion board. So those are mostly the tools that we're going to be using this semester. We've gotten a pretty good overview in the first week. Week 2, it's going to be a little bit more of the same. So our lessons this week, we're going to be talking about developing a claim for visual analysis. A claim is basically, and we go into more detail in the lesson, but you can think of a claim as what you're arguing. What's the point? The way I like to put this, and it sounds flippant, and it puts students on guard, and that's kind of the point, right? It's supposed to be a little bit, oh, are you really talking to me like this? So what? So what? Who cares? Constantly ask yourself, so what? Who cares? And if you don't have an answer to that question, then maybe you should pick a different topic to write on. Or maybe you should try to think about the topic you're writing on in a different kind of way. Claims are the arguments that we're making to try to achieve a goal. In the case of visual advertising, we looked at some examples. We could say, here's my visual ad. Here are all of the elements of the ad. They're supposed to make you want to purchase the product. Their claim is that my product is superior to all other products for all of these reasons that I've assembled together in my visual advertisement. A lot of the same things go into written ads, and a lot of the same principles go into video ads as well. And more basically what we're learning here is how to abstract this principle and take it away from just basic advertising and move it into the realm of making a critical academic claim. Lesson 4, we're going to be writing visual analysis effectively. Lesson 5, APA citation. So I'm not a huge fan of being nitpicky about citation stuff, but that being said, it is an important part of writing at the college level. So I'm going to expect everybody to display a working knowledge of how citations run, and I'm going to expect all of your essays that you turn in, so all of your formal assignments, are going to have to be properly cited. Now, as far as MLA or APA, I really have no preference, but for the purposes of this course, we're going to talk about APA right now. Lesson 6, grammar lessons. I know these can be a pain in the neck, but do them. Trust me, do them. The more you practice your grammar, the better your writing is going to be. And then lesson number 7 is going to be a style lesson. And you can work through these at more or less your own pace. I'm not going to try to rush you through. There's a quiz that's associated with each of these lessons. And it is important that you go through and get all this stuff done before Sunday. But that being said, if you want to take lesson 3 and 4 on Monday, and lesson 6 on Wednesday, and lesson 5 on Friday, and 7 on Saturday, that's fine. Do it at your own pace. Do whatever works with your schedule. In addition to this, I provided some additional resources. Here, let me take a look. So in the additional resources, we have a sample essay that you can take a look at in detail, and this is the same one that's mentioned in lesson 4, so it's basically just access to the full document. And then I have a link to Purdue OWL's page on visual analysis. Purdue OWL is good for a couple of different reasons. So some of you are familiar with it, some of you might not be. But basically, if you go to Purdue OWL's website, they'll tell you how to use any type of citation style properly. They're really good for APA, they're really good for MLA, they're really good for Chicago, they're really good for Turabian, etc., etc., etc. In addition to that, they've got a lot of useful worksheets that are freely available, of course. They've got a lot of useful worksheets on visual analysis, on rhetorical analysis, on all kinds of different stuff. So basically, if you're, you need a little bit of extra help on, one topic or another, or you need some help determining how I'm going to cite a particular source, go to Purdue OWL. They'll be able to give you the answer, and they'll be able to give you the answer really, really quick, too. In addition to all of this, the big thing for this week is the visual analysis essay. So I introduced this at the end of last week, or rather in last week's lesson video. And we had the Unit 1 assignment details that were posted in week 1, so that you guys could have a chance to start thinking about this. It's going to be due this Sunday, so remember, Sunday by 11:59 p.m. That's when all of this stuff is due. As far as the assignment details, remember this is worth 15% of your final grade, 2 to 3 pages in length, roughly 500 to 750 words. Obviously, this is double-spaced. This is size 12 font. This is either Times New Roman or Calibri, some kind of reasonable font. I shouldn't have to go into those kind of details, but I know sometimes I do. Basically, be reasonable with the types of font and with the size of font you're using, and double space your work. All right, that's about all that I have for week 2. Best of luck. I will see you guys in the discussion boards or on the Professor's Cafe.